Man, boy do I feel dumb. Well, at least I only get to be dumb in front of 5 or 6 people. It's due to my lack of popularity that the stories of my not being so dumb don't spread very quickly. Anyway, I struggled and I struggled and I struggled and I was trying to figure out how to load those dumb icons. Eventually I came across this page. Okay. And I was already thinking along these lines that the only solution is you've got to like go in and extract all of the icons and see what he's getting the bitmap data and then searching through for one that has exactly the size match and so on and so forth. I copied this code and I put it in my unit test. If I could bring this up. Come on. First off, I wanted to see if it would, just load the picture. And it did. And I was able to display the picture like on WM Paint. Then I thought I'd see if I could get it into one of my image lists and see if it would show up. Here's the code, by the way. All that stuff. Let's insert the item. Now, even at this point, I didn't realize my stupidity. You see, it had drawn the image, I'd seen it, and when I put it in the image list, it's the right size and everything, it wouldn't draw it, right? And then I realized, oh right, image, that's not 1 base, that's 0 base. I had a +1 here, which I'd grabbed from the code in, in the common lib. And then it worked, and I thought, oh my god, this is great. So off I went and I started editing all this code to put in the new all this new stuff where it finds the exact match. Well, and then it was real problems because, for instance, shell 32, it didn't come up with one icon because none of the ones in shell 32 are 32-bit true color icons or like more icons and all those. Those are all paletted. Still, it didn't occur to me, and eventually I had a thing. God, I hope I don't still have it. Did I revert this one? I added I have from resource, from file, okay, it's gone. But then I added from module because I wanted, to load the module once and then call this repeatedly without having to reload the module every time. Right, and then use that logic and everything. Well, of course, nothing was working. And then I tried that pre-make one. Didn't show the picture, but it had already shown the picture and on the in my experiment there with the same code and everything with the image list and all. And then I realized finally, oh, the my index is incorrect. It's 1 off. I'm off by 1. It's I'm starting at 1 instead of 0, and if it's a program that has only normally 1 icon, it'll never show it that 1 icon because that's at index 0. And it also explained for me this very strange calculation that I couldn't get around having to do. Like, so stupid. So stupid. I would get one of those strings out of this dialog that has like a comma -6 or something, right? And I'd had in where would that be? I just edited it here. Oh no, it's it gets icon from. See here, this used to have a +1. Now what is that function called? UA. That's resources. I don't want that. This. Load icon for something. Icon for index. Get icon from index. Function. Here, I had this really bizarre computation. At this point, if I have that string, right, and it has a comma and a negative number or 0. And I couldn't figure out why it never worked out into a simple answer. And I always had to have this wacky calculation. Like, if it's 0, then it stays 0. Otherwise, I've got to take the absolute value of the index and add 1. Right? And I could find no way that the 0 and the negatives could be put into just one formula, like one expression where there wouldn't be a special case for 0, and for some reason it just wouldn't work. Well, I can't think of one anyway. If it's 0, it stays 0. If it's negative, you would adding 1 to the absolute value is the same as subtracting 1 from the negative value, right? So I thought, okay, well, if that's true, then instead of the default being 0, the default could be 1, I guess. Well, I guess the default could have been 1. But the 1 indicates an actual name identifier. Anyway, the real formula is simply just the absolute value, provided you're using a 0-based index, which I now am. And it all works. So I had that experiment, and I labeled it. I checked them all in. I labeled it. Then I checked all the files out that I changed, and reverted back, and compiled, and I never had to make that change. The image list thing already does it. I told you that class was great. Let's run this thing. It does that conversion that everybody's all confused about. How are you supposed to draw a 32 by 32 icon when there are no 32 by 32 icons in a lot of files? There's only 64 by 64, say. Actually, the FreeMake one's 32. But it doesn't matter. Of course, now my things will be off. Like command processor is now going to have the wrong number. Where is it? Command. See, I changed this to a nicer looking clock. Program files. No. System 32. That's this one. No. Hey, now I've got two. Where's the other one? It's gonna have a weird icon. It's in system. It should be right beside that. Wait a minute. Hang on a second here. Save this. Just a minute. So dumb. Right. Here. Yeah. Oh, so now I do have two of them. Now that's weird. I don't know why the other one took so long. You know what it's taking a long time loading right now? It's the last one I loaded, which is just a .ico file. The one with that little clock, wherever it is, in it. It must have a zillion items. It'll get through it, and it'll come up with just one icon that fits. I think it'll get through. What's it doing? Maybe there are two. It's stopped at 50%. Come on. Let me pause this for a sec. Well, I didn't wait for it to finish. I just pressed cancel. And now that's not the one I want. I want see how fast it is on that one? I bet there are some in here. No, there's exactly one more than there used to be. All those invisible ones, I wish I could detect when they're invisible, when I wouldn't have to display them. Okay, now that one's fixed. Oh, this one's still right. How about that? Oh, because it's 0. The 0 one should be okay. What else have I changed? Well, definitely. Oh, I've got the hidden thing working now. Oh no. It was, well, everything was working. Now, the same name. That means the item lists don't match. But I'm loading everything. I'm not skipping. I am ignoring something. Index 17. That's a big long funny thing. That's also a big long funny thing. 1, 3. Now these should never get out of the sync, and that's definitely different. Unless I went into the registry. Well, maybe it's possible that these ones disappear sometime. Let me get rid of my hidden thing. Because the hidden things don't change the no, those are different. I thought I had the hidden thing working, but maybe I don't. But of course, with all my experimenting, I may have messed something up. Yeah. So it's nothing to do with that. It has to do with something else. Okay, but now what if I save it? F5. What about if I go back? I think it's just going to be the last one that's messed up. Yeah. I messed something up. I should just delete that one. It's correctly. That would be this one, I guess. These are going in, this is the latest, this is the earliest. This one's okay with respect to this one. Delete these two. Three. Oh yeah, it was different from the one prior to it. Should be okay now. No. Now what does that mean? That means there's like an extra, an entry has disappeared. 16. That was now 1737. Has 17 things in this order. Take a print screen. It could be just the way I'm comparing the name. Because these things are funny in that this name is the thing that's redirected, but that's not the one that I 17. Okay, now that has this one, and it's still 17. Command processor was 17. DVD decryptor still there. Explorer command processor. That thing. Easier to look at. Sorry about this, but I'm curious. What's missing? Same. Well, I ignored one. Actually, these are going to be the same because, oh, no, there used to be a CMD here, and now there isn't. Now that's weird. An entry disappeared, so I can't make that same assertion with this list as I can with the other list. Things disappear from this list. Oh, you know what happened? I removed command from one of the things from here. So that, I guess, removes an entry from the list. So if I get rid of this, of course, it's not a link anymore. Not of course, but yeah. Yeah, it disappeared. Interesting. Okay, so I gotta the comparisons are no good when I can't compare unless they're the same in the same order. Anyway, something for me to fix. This list, nothing ever goes away, and I can hide things. You can hide things too if you downloaded that one. I didn't mention it, but you just press the delete key, and that gets rid of, hides a thing, and it works now. So things don't get out of sync. Like, where's my famous command processor? With the wrong line here, see? Clear this out. And it's still correct. What I was doing was I was forgetting to remove a decrement and index in some loop. Okay, I don't want to see that, and I don't want to see this. Because those things will never come up. Now this is wrong. Oh, this is right. This is wrong. Anything wrong? This one has wrong entries. This here command is wrong. This I don't want to see. And command, where is it? Well, I have two in here. See, and they're from different lengths. So that's another thing that's different about this list. That the target might be the same, but this one comes from this link and the other one comes from that link. One on the start menu and one on the other thing. So I chose the little red X. Anyway, I know I'm wasting your time, but that's how things go. And here's a weird thing that can happen here too, right? These are two different items, but the target's the same. One here, I need these to scroll. Comes from one link, maybe from startup. Yeah, there's startup and there's just program. See? So maybe this isn't the best view here. Maybe it should indicate I'm not sure. I want to be able to see what the program is, but it should indicate where the link is, right? Then I could easily tell the difference between these two instead of having to use a hack. Yeah. Okay. Just thought I'd bore you with that little update. See ya. Oh, I'll make another at some point. I'll make another installer with some of those fixes, and I'll just change the link in the last video. See ya.